So
Wiki.
someone goes first. You start to give us a Wikipedia post about something, your character or something in Warrensburg, a location, anything. And then someone interrupts you and starts an association. So if you were to say, the Pig Second Act is a local pub in town that is run by Julian Parsons. He is Clan Toreador. Someone could interact with some kind of association with Clan Toreador or something like that. I don't know. We're figuring this out. This is a new one. But just to get you like talking, monologuing, and also doing so about things in universe. Chapin's going first. And then you all interrupt and we'll stop when it feels right.
All right, well, my apartment is quite small, and it took a while to unpack, but it's somewhere in town, and on April 1st, a body was found in the apartment, and it led to the start of an investigation, which hasn't quite completed yet, but I can assure you Nigel St. John is innocent. There's no evidence suggesting that Nigel St. John committed this act, but the location of the crime certainly doesn't help. While returning back to this apartment, there were several people gathered. Stace was there. Leo was there. And asking questions about what Nigel had been doing. But Leo had been with Nigel the entire night. In fact, there were other witnesses of Nigel that night that could corroborate the alibi.
One of
But
those witnesses was a young woman by the name of Maggie Burke, who is known to some members of our coterie, but known by some more than others. She is a big fan of Leo Hawthorne, as are several others, both in terms of, just the general allure of my body of work and body. There are others more enthralled than others. We have my good friend on the city council, whose name is Grace Cohen. She there's just something about. Never mind about that. We have actually, if we're gonna keep talking about me, we can talk about some of the new plays that we have going.
Speaking of plays, the public library does have quite a collection of some scripts that people can come in and read during the library hours. This is for free, of course. I encourage you to get a library card, though, and of course we accept donations. Anyone can come in and read the scripts. I try to keep some different ones and stuff, just because I know there is a bit of a theater community in this small town. I want to make sure that this town gets some some culture, some other perspectives on things and stuff. I think that the theater is a really good way to make that happen. Not everyone's going to sit down and read a book, unfortunately. And I see that because the numbers this month have been kind of down. We really haven't been having a whole lot of people visit, but we're doing some activities and stuff during the day, of course, so I don't have to worry with it. But to get people in the community to come in more, and also to try to give back to the community.
Well, speaking of the community, uh, while currently the uh, current knowledge of myself is quite limited of this community, having been here for roughly 24 hours, I can confidently say that this community is quite vibrant and collaborative. The city council is quite thorough in making sure that the community remains safe, that the community feels heard, that the community works as it should. Um, there, there's quite a elaborate system of taking watch of the community, and this watch includes going out at night and roaming the streets and making sure that anyone that is outside of the community is welcomed but encouraged to not enter during this time, for it may not be the best idea. And it's, I assure you, good reader, that it is with the best interest that these strangers do not enter if they are not pronounced ahead of time.
Speaking of the reader, there, I just would like to say there are many subscribers to this Aber or wherever we live. I've already forgotten. So if just each person who visits this website would donate $1, we would we'd have about $6. So anyway, yeah, community is a good place to be.
Speaking of donations, there have been apparently a drying up of them at the good Kaplan's Church, as there seems to be a sudden dearth in parishioners for some reason. One can't even begin to speculate why one would want to spend their time sitting and reading a book written by old dead men from thousands of years ago whose words have gone through Google Translate over 30 times in various languages across time. It would be so much better to be spending time going to the race course on this Friday to watch some people drive around in a circle on a dirt road or something like that.
Thanks for that introduction to my boy's racetrack. You make it sound so simple, but I assure you it is not. Takes a lot of skill to drive in the same direction around one racetrack in the dirt. They're going pretty darn fast. There's a lot to maintain on those vehicles, and my boy, he maintains those vehicles himself, and as well as the rest of the town. So you got any car issues, you just bring it on in, and Joey take care of you right real good. And yeah, and you can buy some flowers from Joyce. I think it was a brilliant business decision on their part. You know, combining a motor shop and also a florist. Who'd have thought of that? Joyce did. That's who. Because she's mighty fine creative, and I don't know where she gets those ideas from, but that was a good one, and making good money, keeping us afloat.
Joyce does a lot of local businesses, supplying them with flowers and different plants and stuff, both outside and in, to kind of keep things a bit more green and lively. I quite like it. She does, of course, do the library, and I also have her help recommend things for my own house to keep the landscaping nice. But she does do it for several places. There is a nice outdoor area at the local hospital, which has a very lovely flower garden that she has done, which I quite enjoy seeing it. I like seeing a lot of her work. especially being as she's a working friend of mine. So I do try to go around and just support everybody. But yes, she does very fine work with the flowers. There's City Hall, of course, has very wonderful like flower beds out in the front. There's not so much yard to do things with, but there are the like right up against the buildings. I'm sure they have a certain name, but I don't know it. In that one, it's more like reds in that color, and those colors reds. And that one at the hospital is most all colors. I kept the ones in the inside the library. It's just greenery, no flowers. I think it would smell it too much. There are some flowers outside though, and quite some. There's also the local park. It's got a nice, lovely walking trail. You can walk through some of the woods. There is a small river that flows through it. So there's a lot of very nice views. Like here, people go fishing there. So it's a wonderful place to, take your kids or your family if you are going to spend a nice day out. I think there is a playground as well for the for the little ones. And quite a lot of fun. I know there are some pavilions, so people do often have like birthday parties or cookouts out there. Sometimes the town hosts events there as well, which is quite nice. And occasionally I know there are some the Grace Encounter Church. They do like a monthly park cleanup, which is kind of them, but I'm sure
And-
it's only for show.
When you go for a park cleanup, it's very important to consider all of the environmental factors that go into a park in the ecosystem. You don't want to disturb the wildlife as much as you can. If you see a deer, just walk away. If you see a bear, just walk away. If you see a snake, just walk away. You don't have to engage with the wildlife. You can just let it be. And while you're at it, pick up a can. Pick up a can, throw it in the recycling. Pick up a doggy bag, throw it in the trash. Read the signage.
Yeah, if your dog shits on that lawn, you better pick it up and throw it away. Nobody wants to be stepping in your dog's shit. Alright? I love dogs as much as the next guy, but come on. Have
There is
some
actually
respect.
quite a problem in this town of people not cleaning up after their dogs when they go number 2. And I'm just saying, it's a public place. You have to do it. Alright, it even happens in the library yard. I'm tired of it. Clean up your dog shit, please.
I would very much like if people would clean up their own shit, because there is so much fucking gossip going around. I have no idea where it starts. This whole thing with Cindy Smackle going around. She just seems to be disappearing at all hours during the day. Nobody knows where she is. I think she might be selling houses to her own family members at an extreme discount. I can't tell you why, and I don't know where these rumors even start. If they're true, who knows? All I know is that fucking Cindy
And-
Smackle.
Speaking of rumors, again, I want to state that just because the body was found in Nigel's apartment does not mean automatically that Nigel's responsible for the act. Nigel returned after a night out with Leo and discovered this for the first time. And what we all must remember is that just because rumor has it doesn't mean rumor is.
Perfect.
Just because rumor hasn't doesn't mean rumor is.
Amazing. Good warm up. I'm feeling like I'm in Warrensburg right now.
Covered in dog shit. That's
Covered
canon,
in-
baby.
Oh boy.
50% of our patrols are actually
Just
cleaning up
cleaning
dog
up
shit.
Dog shit.
It's like, oh, there's more. There's another fucking guy right there.
The Aberglaube enjoys a tidy environment.